What's going on, y'all? It's your boy, the Designer Kid, checking in with another video. I wanted to upload one today, man, just kind of like a rant, something off the top of the head, man. It's really like my thoughts. I told you I didn't want to just make videos geared towards whatever I'm doing. I wanted to kind of document like my journey on all aspects of my life, not just, what I'm trying to accomplish and what certification I'm trying to get. I would like to document my spiritual journey as well because it's been such a big part of my overall journey and my overall transformation and stuff like this. So today is just going to be a video just about some thoughts that I have, trying to get into tech. I'm also very serious about my creativity, the design and the brand and stuff like that. So I use a lot of online resources to network and do different things and stuff like that. And it is really easy to get caught up with the noise, the outside noise of what everybody else is doing and what's going on over here, and behind all of these topics are always feelings attached to it. They're always, it's always, especially the stuff that I would say that's advertised. It's always charged with some emotion: hate, pity, sympathy, rage. And it's just so easy to get sidetracked off just on what you trying to do out here, and I'm sure that goes for all of us. Right now in my life, I'm still in the period of isolation. So I went through the period where I had to cut a lot of people off. And since I trimmed that fat, I just been rocking by myself. I don't even really talk to a lot of people. I'm strictly focused on the things that I'm locked into and what I'm doing and stuff like that. So the outside noise really doesn't bother me because I've literally learned and conditioned myself to tune it out. And I didn't do this type of stuff overnight. All of these were baby steps. Cutting back on TV. I used to love watching NFL. I love watching NBA and stuff like that. But at some point I had to sit down and ask myself, I am wasting a lot of time binging out and doing this every weekend. I'm just not a lazy person. I've never been the guy that's gonna lay up in bed on Saturday all day and stuff like that. I guess I just love life too much, and there is always something to do in my eyes. In my world, I literally always have something to do, and so that type of stuff really, I was able to really, slim back on a lot of things and stuff that I was doing, all the TV and stuff like that. And it's just a waste of time. It is totally a waste of time. And even that is tugging you to come here and get your emotions involved here. On the news, it's crazy. It's like everything that they advertise now is programming. And me being the age that I am, I'm 43 by the way. Me being the age that I am, I can sit back on a lot of things and just process even things from childhood that really shaped and molded my way of thinking, or even in some cases my actions down the road. So being conscious of that, a part of my journey has been cutting off a lot of things. I don't really watch TV. I watch a game every now and then, and if I do watch a piece of the game, I do watch a little piece of maybe one game every other night. But it's well after I've worked on videos, I've studied, I did 6 hours at work, is literally at the ass end. But even with that, I don't like to get caught up in wasting a lot of my time and stuff. And just this video I wanted to make, just I want you guys just to be aware of, don't get caught up in what everybody else is doing. Like, as you can see, I don't even care what everybody else is doing. I am literally in my own lane. Like, I really hate following the crowd. Like, because it shows that you can't think for yourself. I'm not even going to go to say I've always been a leader. I've always been myself. Like, I've never just followed people because it's, this and that, or I've never wanted to get into a trend because, everybody was doing it and stuff. I always wanted to be the oddball. So, it's served me well, making those few adjustments in my life to where I can literally lock in. This, like, I've made tremendous progress with the things that I've been working on the last year and a half. And I wouldn't have made that progress if I were anywhere else in my life. Like, now that I reflect on a lot of mishaps and things that I didn't get accomplished in the past, it wasn't because it's not always because the lack of work that you put into it. A lot of times it could be the timing of the process of the project. A lot of times we are not in the right space to jump off an endeavor that we would like to get into because the relationship might not be right. You may be in a relationship where it takes more time than you're able to really put into the craft because you're having, to devote so much time and effort into a relationship. So being in the right place in life is huge in the success or the accomplishment of anything that you're trying to obtain. It's just huge. And I'm seeing that now. So, like, a lot of the things that I'm kind of dibbing and dabbing into right now, I was doing it like 5, 6, 10 years ago. You know what I mean? It's just, I was here and there a little bit. I had other stuff going on, so I didn't really, have the time to put into it like that, and I wasn't consistent. See, a lot of this stuff I picked up 10, 12 years ago, and the deciding factor of that was I wasn't consistent with it. I messed with it and then stopped. What's different now is I've been at it and I'm going to be in it, and I don't plan on being anywhere else but what I'm doing now. So that's a big difference, and I feel like just over time you will get better with everything, and it just, it'll come out perfect. Like, it is very weird for me to sit here with this microphone and talking to the camera and really, like, kind of giving my all like a regular conversation. I know I get better in time, but I mean, everything's comes with, trial and error, and it's a process. And the consistency is what's going to, I feel like, lead you to that promised land. The consistency. Even when I had an idea earlier, I'm a pretty athletic guy. I've always been pretty athletic and stuff like that. And I go through times where, I might go through a month or so where I haven't really been physical at all. And that's not normal for me because, like I said, I'm a pretty athletic person. And I was thinking, like, sometime where I didn't feel like working out, it was like I just didn't want to go that hard because I didn't have the energy to. The thought that I had earlier is, honestly, it's not even how hard that you go, it's that you go at all. You know what I mean? Like, just going is more improvement than going hard. the consistency of just going. So even with that thought that I had earlier, I didn't really go hard as I could have, and I'm gonna put an extra stamp on consistency, and like I said, that'll really take you a lot farther. But yeah, I don't want to get off subject and stuff like that. But yeah, be careful on how you living and the people that you lend into your life. It is a lot of distractions out here. Like everybody wants your attention for something. Like they want your energy for something. Um, my advice would be, if you could get into a place where you're really at peace and you're really living right and you really like, you know, doing what you want to do, that would be the perfect time to really get into and start these uh, creative and business and entrepreneur type projects, I feel like. So yeah, man. I wanted to make this video because all of my other videos are mainly designing and tech certification type studies. I don't only want to post those type of videos on this channel because this channel is supposed to be for my journey and my evolution as a creator and a designer. So yeah, thank y'all for tuning in, man. It's your boy, the Designer Kid.